Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Malaphane's keen investigation skills found an alternate route out of the catacombs that didn't involve going past the Mind Flayer again. And so our heroes swiftly fled the Temple District and its hordes of ravenous undead. They took the time to rest and lick their wounds, with Raxodal feeling particularly grumpy about the fact that he had been enchanted for the third time that visit to the Sunken City. Afterwards, they headed back into the Market District to sell off some of the equipment that they had no particular use for, but that was quite valuable, and in turn, bought some of the equipment from Pasha Manil, though they still had their eyes on the mighty hammer that was quite expensive. Returning back to home base, our heroes took Prince Zordan along with them in their expedition to the docks, which smelled absolutely nasty, like something was rotting around the entirety of the massive waterfront. They could see through the darkness a lighthouse at the far end of the pier, along with only one lit building labeled the Kenyako Elf, which was supposedly a hotspot of gossip and information. In the notice board of the Kenyako Elf, Corellian and Zordan read of a laboratory somewhere beneath the waves, and met a ghostly figure who was still the proprietor of the elf, despite no living customers being anywhere in sight besides themselves. The rest of the party, meanwhile, examined some of the ships that were still moored at the pier, finding the largest one, the Janus, covered in abyssal runes and talking of a journey through the rivers of the abyss, and the Prince of Demons, Demogorgon, while using the eagles to scout ahead at the ship that was still floating out on the waves, the Tyrian, which was being crewed by a gathering of undead dwarves, and had some kind of magic animating the ropes themselves to lash out at the eagles when they fled. Learning further that a Wastrelith, a demon that spread corruption in the water through its very body, had apparently been summoned, and that the lighthouse keeper had a feud with the Tyrian to never let them dock unless a curse was lifted, and that the docks were also infested with some kind of fish humanoids, our heroes met up and shared their information, deciding that the best way to figure out what was going on the waves, or below them, was to start by lighting the lighthouse, which they moved to find that was the home base of the Kuo-Toa. One of them, speaking common, spoke to the heroes, saying that he was trying to summon a god of his own, or create a god of his own, and was all in all very creepy. But with some persuasion, the heroes were allowed into the lighthouse to just take a quick look. While there, they lit the lighthouse, shining a glittering beam across the waves, but, smelling sulfur throughout, figured something was up, and definitely knew something was up when, as the group moved to barricade the doors and not let the Kuo-Toa in, they saw a red pseudopod dropping Zordan to the ground, having done something to him that was very obviously not good. What is the nature of this creature inside the lighthouse? Will our heroes be able to stop the oncoming storm of Kuo-Toa? And what other secrets do the docks of Yolroom hold? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires.